Let me make sure my Steam. Alright, it says I'm playing Age of Empires 2. So I got my brother and Banana. I'm going to show him a game I played the other day. So this is Socotra. And it's Conquest. It's just a ranked game. It's about 1500 elo. And the first thing I noticed when loading in this game was that we were up against two Persians. So, picked Tie Xera and Beringula. They both picked Persians. And we've got Joab, who picked Cumans. So the first thing I do is I tell my ally Joab, we're going to get double Persian douche. So Persian douche, that's the colloquial name for a Persian doing a TC drop. And this is Socotra, so there's not very much room. So let's get into it. So we got this Persian, PC Terror right here. Also Persian, Beringilla right here. And Joab, my teammate. So I gave him fair warning, but I didn't actually tell him what he should do. There's probably not enough time to tell him what he should do. But we'll just see what he does. So this is kind of like a tale of two strategies. You'll see what he did and how that worked out for him, and what I did and how that worked out for me. So not a lot happened in the Dark Age. So I'll speed it up a little bit. Well, actually, a lot happens in the Dark Age, but nothing happens early on. So a lot of times on Socotra, people will try to steal your elephant or your boar or whatever it is that is spawned. So I'm already grabbing my elephant, which is kind of bad because I have two rotting goats right here. But I just didn't want to deal with anybody stealing my elephant. So now my elephant is right there dead. Nobody can steal it. Let's get the scores up to see how everybody's doing. Looks like villager count, I'm doing alright, but Beringilla is a little bit better. He probably hasn't researched Loom yet. Nope. So I'm finally eating this elephant. Nothing else special here. Red's got his elephant. He almost lost the villager there, but he did not. And still, nothing special going on. But you know, coming soon, we're going to see a bunch of villagers coming in to build a town center. So we gotta watch out for that.
I want to see if they both do it at the same time.
I think it's a little bit offset. I think maybe red goes first. I'm kind of planning ahead for it. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So I'm sending these villagers off. Oh, here's the moment that we're going to meet. And let's see what he sees and what I see.
Wait, so
I'm teal.
You guys are meeting each other?
Kind of. He briefly saw a glimpse of me, and I briefly saw a glimpse of him. But we pretty much just passed. But here he is. He showed up with a scout, and I'm going to kill that scout. I'll turn the Fall of War back off. So, one thing I should have done here is maybe I could have taken a few more pot shots off at his villagers. Yellow's coming in. Like right now, these villagers are in range. I could have taken some shots off. That would have helped. But my strategy here is to just sort of let this TC die. I've got a nice safe wood area over here. I've made a little bit of a corridor, which I can fill in, so he won't be able to chase me down and deal with me. And because he doesn't have a scout anymore, he really doesn't know what's going on over here. So he's starting to shoot down my town center. So Persians, the reason they can do the TC drop like this is they've got double HP in their town center. So it would take me twice as long to kill their town center as they would kill mine. But Yellow's building his now. Green actually sent some villagers to do a Vil fight, and he didn't stop it. You just usually can't stop it. But he's actually going to get a few pickoffs there. That's good. And I'm just letting my TC die. So Green, Joab, he's committed. He wants to take this town center fight, and this is not recommended. And the reason why isn't necessarily because I got the 2 times HP. It's related to that. The real problem is that when he's repairing his TC, he gets twice as much benefit than when Green repairs his TC. So it's essentially half as much resources to repair the same amount of HP for the Persian town center. So you're going to need twice as much wood if you're going to try to fight off this TC drop. So that's why I'm not even trying. I'm in here, I'm getting my wood, I'm over here, and I'm going to build the town center right in this gold. As Saracens, I do not need much else than gold because I can buy everything that I need at the market as soon as I hit feudal age. So he's coming over here, he wants to do a Vil fight, he wants to stop me from rebuilding my TC. He doesn't have a scout though, and he doesn't see what I'm doing over here. So I've got my wood line in here, and he's not going to be able to get in there. He's only got villagers, so I'm safe. I've got a safe source of wood, and I'm not worried. Meanwhile, Green, he's doing his best to just keep this fight going. And it's going to help me because he's keeping Yellow weak. Because Yellow, even though he's getting a good trade off of this cheap wood for repairing his TC, he's still spending that wood. So Yellow's getting weakened a little bit. Green is ultimately going to lose this because he's trying to repair at double the cost of Yellow. And we're just next to each other. We can't really see each other. So a lot of this time, like when I maybe could have done a raid or something, I just don't know what's going on over here, and he doesn't know what's going on over at my base. And Green, he's going to run out of resources eventually. Let's switch to Green so you can see his resources. He's running out of wood every moment. So that TC is on its last legs. And they've got these economies going over here still, both of our enemies. And I'm still hunting away. Am I even in feudal age yet? No, I'm not. I haven't clicked up yet either.
Looks like Green is villager capped.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get villager capped a couple times myself. He didn't have any enough food anyways though either. One thing he was doing to me earlier, Green, my teammate, he was like blocking me on purpose with the scout. So I don't feel bad about what's gonna go down so much. Let's see what I'm doing. I'm still in Dark Age. So one of the big things was a lot of people try to make feudal age while they're getting attacked with the Persian TC. And if you do that, you have to keep your town center alive while you're aging up. So that could be really costly. So I didn't try to go feudal age, I just kept making villagers until my TC died, and then I rebuilt the new TC. So I didn't have to make that bad trade of my wood repair being twice as costly as his wood repair. Ideally right now, I would be maybe making like some militia with a barracks and raiding some of their left behind economies. But I'm only 1500 ELO, so I don't have quite that much APM to be doing everything all over the map. I'm really surprised how long Green is lasting over here, because this is a losing strategy. With that cheap repairs on the Persian TC, you're just not going to win that way. You really just have to let your TC die and build a new one somewhere else. Like I did. But it's not the worst thing ever. He's keeping Yellow weak, and that's helpful. Now I'm guessing that Joab is starting to get upset because he sees red archers and yellow fighting him at the same time. So he's wondering what I'm doing. And I just hit feudal age. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to make some archers now. Maybe I'll do some raiding. Feudal Age is not really where I want to be, though, as Saracens. Because I get a lot of attack against buildings in Castle Age. And I'll be able to outrange the TCs. So that's my real goal right now, is I want to get Castle Age, and I want to be able to shoot down their TCs with crossbowmen. And I don't think Green is going to enjoy that plan, because that means I'm not there right now saving him. So this could go very badly, because, I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to notice that I'm not helping, and he's going to quit. That's unfortunate. But does it matter? Yellow's got a lot of idle time for no reason. I guess as long as they're focused on green, I'm going to be able to keep booming out. As you can see, I've got the highest score. Villager count-wise, I've got the most villagers, not by a lot. I'm starting to make my archers now, though. But, you know, if I just send these archers in right now, I'm going to get killed. I need to mass up some archers, so I can't really come and save him right now. I mean, I just fought a TC war myself and had to rebuild my TC somewhere else. So I'm not really in a position of offering a bunch of help immediately. But yeah, Joab is expecting it. I'm really impressed though. Like when I first played with him, I didn't think about the fact that, or how long he was able to last like this. I mean, he's fighting 2v1 and he's repairing his TC against Persian TC, which is cheaper to repair. Like, he should have been down for the count a while ago. I'm really impressed how long he lasted. And maybe if I had a stable right now, I'd send some scouts and I could just really take over the game right now by just killing these backed economies. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm making archers, and I really want to get a nice sizable group here to come in and save green maybe. But he can only hold out so long, and he's not on his lumber camp right now, so he's not able to repair. He's getting attacked by these archers. So is this me being a bad teammate? Maybe. He was blocking me on purpose with the scout, though. I should have showed that earlier, but I don't know why he was doing it. But it was kind of funny. So I'm in Castle Age, and that's definitely not going to make him happy. He wasn't happy when I hit Feudal Age. There we go. He says no team. So my first thought is I got to stop him from resigning because I know we can win if he doesn't resign. So I've got these archers here. I'm coming to save him. He can't see them though because he does not have a market. So he still thinks he's alone. So I'm going to tell him... I was going to tell him to not flip and quit because we're going to win. But I used some different words and they were blocked out. So he doesn't really get to see what I said. And he's really getting wrecked right here. And he resigns. So now it's 2v1. But look at this. I've got 1800 score. I'm in Castle Age. He's in Feudal. He's in Dark Age. I'm in a good position here. And I've got my archers here. My archers there. I am researching Bodkin Arrow. These guys only have Fletching. And I'm soon to have Bodkin Arrow. I don't really want to be fighting skirmishers though. Because they're strong against my archers. So I'm going to start making scouts in a moment, once I can think of it. I really don't need to be over here anymore, because, like, Green's dead, he quit, he's gone, and defending him no longer has any meaning whatsoever. So I need to get crossbowman upgrade now as well. That'll give me the 7 range that I need for shooting at town centers. Meanwhile, I think I'm just working on my economy or something, not paying attention to these guys at the moment. And so now it's 2v1 and they're growing, so this is not a good situation for me. I'm gonna have to make a move. And as you can see, I'm starting to do a little bit of raiding right here. But like I said, my APM's not that high, I can't be everywhere in the map at once. But at least I'm somewhere, so... And of course, you need to remember that I can only see... I can't see everything that's going on right now. Like, I don't really know exactly what's going on over here, or what their economies are doing. I mean, it's a Persian TC drop, so you know that they're back at home doing something. I just lost my initial scout right there. So I can't see anymore what's going on at all out here. But that also prompts me to immediately start building a stable, because I do want scouts. And I'm over here shooting out these guys as villagers, that's helpful. But I do not want to fight these skirmishers. So it's just not going to work very well. But I do have the crossbowman upgrade, so now I can start to do work. I've got the range I need. I just need some more crossbowmen, and I want to get some scouts in here too. So we'll go back to seeing everything. So I can shoot this town center now, and the town center cannot shoot back at me. And since I'm Saracens, I get +2 attack for my team bonus, and I'm getting, I believe, +2 more attack from the fact that I'm in Castle Age. And I get another random +1 attack just because of like how the bonuses work together. So these archers are doing rather serious damage to this TC. So even though the TC has double the HP, my archers are getting more than double the attack that they normally get on it. So that's a pretty good trade for me here, because I'm not even taking damage. These skirmishers, they probably should be coming to kill my crossbowmen. But I've got scouts being manufactured right now. And what is the skirmishers most weak against? It's going to be scouts. So I don't even need upgrades on these scouts. They got 45 HP, 2 base pierce armor, and that's it. But as long as he can... Well, for one, he's dodging a lot of these hits. That's helping. But for two, even when he gets hit, he's not taking hardly any damage, because there's no bonus damage of these skirmishers against these scouts. Also, he's going to automatically try to shoot at these scouts if he doesn't micro. So that's going to help me out a lot. Yellow's still just booming over here while I'm in these fights. So he's ejected the town center. I no longer have to worry about the town center fire. So I can keep fighting these skirmishers with my scouts, no worries. And I can bring my, he's building another town center right here. I'm gonna try to stop that, we'll see. It'd be nice to get this villager done. Yeah, I don't want red over here building anything. Getting more scouts out. So see, this is the beauty of it. These crossbowmen, they can just take out buildings so easily. And this town center cannot fight back. So as long as he doesn't counter my crossbowmen, I stand a really good shot here. And I'm building a tower right here on his wood mine, because if I can stop him from getting wood, that's going to be a big benefit for me. And I think I'm going to be researching an upgrade for my scouts soon. I'm being really careful with these crossbowmen, because I don't really want to take big damage from these skirmishers. These scouts will keep these skirmishers at bay. It'd be nice if I had ballistics right now, but I don't have... I've got lots of wood. I could make a university. I could buy ballistics, but I just don't have the APM to do all the things I need to do. Yellow is still not really doing very well in his boom. He had to pay a big price to take down green. Meanwhile, I'm going to take this TC out. So Red's trying to make a break for it. He wants to maybe set up a new town center back in his economy, his starting area. And of course, I see this. This TC is about to eject its villagers, and then there's not really going to be much he can do. So I see this, and I've got a couple scouts. I've got some crossbowmen. They're over here. They're going to take out some villagers. It's going to be really good for me. And I still haven't upgraded my scouts at all, but they don't really need any upgrades because they're not really up against anything that's a problem for them. It'd be nice if I could stop red right here, but without ballistics, I can't stop all these villagers. Yellow's coming into the skirmishers, and he's got the hill bonus. That's not good for me, so I'm going to try to back away. Take away his hill bonus. And it looks like I cleaned up most of his old economy over here, or you know, he escaped with some of these villagers. It'd be nice if I started raiding over here, but I'm not really ready to do that. I'm just trying to take out these skirmishers. Hope they're dead. So I've got these crossbowmen over here, and they're going to start doing some work on Yellow's economy. Which, I mean, look at these scores now. 3,600 to 15 to 14. I've kind of got this game in the bag right now. But I'm still up 2v1, so there's a chance that they could boom better than me, and I could run into the population cap. So I really need to finish this game. So I've got my scouts up here. They've got attack upgrades. Oh, no they don't. It's you get +2 automatically from reaching feudal age. So there's no upgrades on them. I am researching armor for them, which will be helpful. It'll make them take like half as much damage from the skirmishers. So this is Red's last stand. This is all of his villagers. He needs to build this town center. I mean, if he doesn't get this town center up and he loses all his villagers, it's game over. But I mean, how can you do that when you got all these crossbowmen right here? And that was his last villager, and he was like almost all the way there. I mean, I'm sure he was like at 4750 out of 4800 on this build. So, yep, that's game over. Yellow notices that Red has no more villagers, and the score difference is so big, and Yellow's not even in Castle Age, so there's really nothing left to be done here. I've taken over all the economies over here. I'm sure soon I would start working out over here, but at this point it doesn't matter because there's nothing really for him. So, let's take a look at the in-game stats. So I've got 101 kills to 25 deaths. That's really good. Biggest army by a long shot, and I had the upgrades. Green, I just don't know what to say about Green. Like, it's kind of my fault that he quit. At the same time, he was being a little bit annoying. So I don't feel too bad about it. And he gets credit for the win anyways, because even if you resign, so long as your teammate wins, you still get the points at the end. As you can see, I just kind of clobbered them. Yep, so that's the thing. And that person's dropped that TC on you. You shouldn't try to repair your TC. And you should not try to age up. You should just make villagers up until the point your TC is dead. And then at that point, maybe try to have some hidden villager somewhere building a TC that they don't know about, like I did over here. His strategy earlier would have been to come over here and chase my villagers down and kill me. But even if I would have built a TC back here, he really couldn't get in here because of these walls. So with no scout, he had no awareness of what was going on. Yellow just never really was able to boom. He spent so much resources fighting Green early on that you're just never going to come back from that. And of course, once I get Castle Age and these upgraded crossbowmen, they can take out these TCs. And then a few scouts in here to take care of the counters. That's game. So yeah, kind of proud of this game. Not really proud of losing my teammate early on, but I mean, sometimes you go for the win. Sometimes you go to make your teammates happy, and I went for the win this time. It's actually a common theme for me. So, yep. I'd say this was my most interesting game so far, so that's why I wanted to make sure that I put up a video about it. So, yeah, that's it for this stream.